Yes, 2020 was a trying year indeed, but as we enter 2021, there's a little bit of a light at the end of the tunnel. So, yeah, that thing that we call travel, hopefully it's on the horizons again, because I'm sure you, just like me, is sick of looking at the same four walls for what are we going on, like 10 months of lockdown now? So, this is a little bit of hopeful thinking. Now, like all of my videos, I will stay right up front that I am not being paid or endorsed by Level 8. I have worked with them in the past. They did send me the product for free to take a look at. This isn't a real user review because I can't real world use a roller bag at this time. Yes, there is still travel happening in the world. There are people that are essential to travel for work. People are traveling anyway for pleasure, but I am not one of those people. I am staying safe and sound in my house with wishful thinking for a couple months down the road here in 2021. So let's start by doing a quick rundown of some of the specs of the Level 8 Roadrunner roller case. The Roadrunner comes in at 38 liters and it's 14.5 by 9.3 by 21.9 inches. It weighs in at 8.9 pounds. It is available in both black and navy. It has a TSA lock that latches both the main luggage panel and the admin panel. And my favorite feature of all of the Level 8 cases is the 360 spinner wheels. If you've seen my other videos, this might look a little bit like the Grace, which is also a laptop carrying roller bag. But the shell is definitely different on the Grace. It's more like the Elegance shell, which the Elegance and the Gibraltar were my two favorite out of the three that I did. The Gibraltar is a nice aluminum solid case, but the Elegance is it's in one of my favorite colors, which is OD olive drab. It's a great green color. I'm a little biased because I ran an Army Navy store for like 13 years, so I saw a lot of olive drab, so I really like that color, which is probably why the Elegance, I like it better just because of the color, but the features are definitely on the Gibraltar. Anyway, back to the Roadrunner. This is definitely a step up from the Grace, so let's go ahead and dig on into this bag. The main feature of this is the admin panel that holds a laptop, so we are going to start there. And I can confirm it does fit a 15-inch MacBook Pro. Although this so far is one of the negatives that I am seeing is I think that this laptop sleeve could be a little bit more padded. Now please note the back panel is padded, so there is some padded separation between your clothing, which is good because if you pack, say, your shoes in the top part of your bag, which is what I personally normally do, you're gonna have a little bit of a cushion between the soles of your shoes, say, and your laptop. But the front side of the sleeve, that's a little bit thin. So if you're using this to pack a laptop and a tablet, I would like to see just a little bit more padding in there, or even just a little bit more robust foam. But you can easily fit a tablet and a laptop in here with no issues. Across the front of the bag, you'll see two liner pockets, which you can fit, say, like a cell phone or anything lightweight. I wouldn't put anything heavy in these pockets because there's potential for them to tip out and land on top of your laptop. So if you look below that, there's actually an elastic mesh pocket. That's where I'd put like your accessories, your power cables, or your tech pouch that has your power cable, your mouse, anything like that. Stuff that has weight in it, I would stick on the bottom because it's less likely to fall out and damage your computer, because if it does, it's going to fall out into the bottom of it where you do have that padding between the laptop and everything else in the bag. You'll also notice that the material that holds the front of the case to the main case actually have hook and loop closures on it. This is nice because you can use it to help you organize everything, but if you need to clamshell the bag completely open once you get to, say, your hotel, or if you go directly to a meeting from the airport, train, or plane, you can just lay this down, open it up completely, and you can have ease of access to everything inside. Now, as mentioned earlier, this has a TSA approved lock. So as you can see, It has a combination, you could set it on your own, but there is a TSA key that they could pop this thing open if they need to. That's going to be more if you check this bag. If you're just gonna run it through security, you could pop it open right in front of them if they choose to check your bag. If not, then it's just gonna go through the scanner. They'll see there's a laptop in there if you didn't already have to remove it, and then you can just go on your merry way. But if you do check the bag, you can still lock it. TSA can open it with their key, check the contents, make sure everything inside is safe, you're not carrying anything illegal, and then they can lock it back up and you can use your combination once you get where you're going. I like this system because if you press it one way, it will open the admin panel. If you press the lock the other way, it opens the main case. Now the interior of this bag is laid out just like all the other Level 8 cases and pretty much like every suitcase. You have a zipper divider that will help keep the bottom and top of the bag separate with 2 pockets on that. And then you also have an elastic keeper to help keep your clothing, or in this case, my packing cubes, secured inside the bag so they're not gonna bounce around. Now I have nowhere to go, but it did feel pretty great to actually pack a suitcase. It made me feel like I was actually gonna go do something besides go to work, go to the grocery store, get gas, go home, rinse and repeat. So just packing this to just shoot this video, it was a bit cathartic, if you will. Inside these cubes, I have packed 1 week's worth of clothing without having to do any laundry. So I can easily fit a week's worth of travel with my laptop and accessories inside this one roller bag. Now that's great because if you're using this for business travel, which this is what this bag is oriented for, you can easily pack everything you need into one case and go out the door, get to your business trip, have everything you need, and head on back. There's so much less clutter, especially if you're dressed in a suit or business casual attire. You don't want to be lugging multiple bags and multiple cases because you're going to wrinkle your suit, you're going to wrinkle your clothes. You're just not going to look that good, especially if you have to go directly to the office or the meeting from the plane because, yeah, you want to look your best because if you're doing a presentation or if you're going for, say, a job interview in another city, you want to look good because first impressions, they matter. And the other thing I'd like to mention about these packing cubes is that they actually have little hook and loop patches on them so you can know at a glance what you have inside each of these cubes. And with the Level 8 cases, one of them is actually padded so you can use it as an admin pouch, which is doubly useful for a suitcase that is meant to carry tech. And if there's not a patch that represents what you have in your cubes, you can just make one, like happy and sad clothing for clean and dirty laundry. Now I want to get back to the wheels for a second here. I love the wheels on these Level 8 cases. Now I have had 360 wheels on other name brand bags that I've had, and they work good, they work great, yeah, but these are just super, super smooth. Now while I have not used the Roadrunner for any travel, I have used both the Elegance and the Gibraltar for travel, which have the same wheels, and they are great. Really, really love the way that these wheels tow behind you, especially, when you're booking it to get to your plane because you had a layover and you're supposed to have that hour layover, but your first flight was delayed. So now you have 15 minutes to get across an entire airport. And some airports, they're big, like really big, and you're making a dash. So when you have a bag that's got good wheels, it's super helpful for when you're trying to rush to catch that flight. And if we want to do a quick side-by-side comparison of the Roadrunner to the Grace, they are both the same height, but the Grace is actually a little bit narrower than the Roadrunner. And as you can see here, the Grace only locks the main compartment, where the Roadrunner does lock both the admin panel and the main compartment of the suitcase. And the exteriors, they're both nice. They both have like a hard shell, but it just feels a little bit more robust with the Roadrunner than the Grace. The Grace is this more like textured material, where the Roadrunner is more like a smooth, like almost like a pelican case. And the Grace has these extra little bumpers, if you will, on the corners, which is nice, but I feel like the Roadrunner is just a little bit sturdier of a case. So all in all, my thoughts on the Roadrunner, I like it. It's a nice case, it's carry-on size, so if you're a business traveler, I would definitely gravitate more towards a case like this because you have your onboard admin panel, so it's just less that you have to carry. And again, if you're on a business trip, the less you have to carry, the better, because you're already going to be sitting on a plane or a train for an extended period of time, so your back is already going to get all wrinkled. So you don't want to have your front wrinkled too, because you're carrying an attaché case or something with you, with your tablet and your laptop and everything in it. All that just goes in here. You just, it's hard to do when you're sitting down. Pop it up, roll it to where you're going, collapse it when you're there. One bag travel. It's definitely the way to go. And if you're doing something like traveling for work, but you have some downtime, you can easily throw a packable backpack in here. So if you want to go explore the city and you still want to have something with you, there's plenty of room in here to throw a packable backpack that you can easily just lay flat or roll inside itself and stick in this bag and take that on with you. So all in all, I like the look of the bag. I like the features of the case. I'm feeling the itch to go travel someplace now, but it's winter, and I don't really normally travel too much in the winter anyway. Also, it's January 2021, so we're still a little bit off from going out and exploring the world. But stay tuned, because the world, it's still out there, and we're gonna take a look at it. So if you like this video or any of my other videos, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Smash that big red button and ring that bell right next to it so you get notifications the next time I post a brand new video. Good night.